Hey folks, Cyrus Gold here. I'm bringing you guys a bit of an in-depth look at my character on Path of Exile, the Awakening beta here. This is a Flicker Strike Duelist, non-crit based, two-handed. I'm also going to be telling you guys a little bit about my experience with Flicker Strike, giving you guys a bit of an example, as well as the interaction with that and Deterministic Lockstep, and a little bit of the bugs I've been experiencing with this, just so it can come to light. Let's start off first with my build. Starting Duelist, I took a little bit of attack speed here. Went on this side, went along to here. Down two-handed side, down this way, got this for mana sustain. Got this two-handed setup here. Got this jewel socket for these survival skills. Golden Blood and Life over here. This Frenzy Charge. Nemo over here for Iron Reflexes. I got these 3 mana leech nodes, which come with the extra 5 mana gained on kill. Between those and that, that's all the mana sustain I need. Went this way just to pick up the Warrior's Blood, the Heart of Warrior Versatility. I'll be picking these up here pretty soon, to about here probably by the time I hit level 70. Or around. Picked up by the Blade, this int node here, another jewel socket for Warlord's Reach, and the Unrelenting circle here. I'll show you guys my projected build. So this here is my level 70 projected build. It's kind of like I described. Like I said, I'll be getting those, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm almost there. Then my level 90 build includes getting these, coming all the way over for these, and I believe that's the extent of it. Oh, and of course getting these X nodes, which I think I also have to get in there too. Yeah. Yeah, let's go back to the game. Okay. Gear and jewel setups. I don't have the best of gear. I do have a really nice Calm's Primacy. A little more here on the divination cards. I love them, first of all. It's how I was able to get this, though it was in a roundabout way. I was trying to get this myself through divination cards, and they're fairly easy to farm, but I wasn't quite getting this. I did, however, manage to get a lot of other axes, my previous character on this iteration, which I used for leveling. It included the, Screaming Eagle, Wide Swing, Reaper's Pursuit, the Blood Reaper, and I was going to use Wings of Entropy instead of the Calm's Primacy, but really Calm's Primacy is superior, especially going all physical. But someone was actually offering this Calm's Primacy for 5 cards, so when I got another set of 5 cards, I traded them for it. Pretty simple. Which leaves me to remark on divination cards in the fact that I can see them becoming like currency, because now it's been like kind of reacting. And the fact that they're making a lot of things that would be worth a lot of currency previously kind of menial now. I don't know. It seems like Calms are like the Battleborn card, at least, is around about a chaos almost in value. Yeah. So. But anyway, in here I just have my heralds. I have all 3 heralds, and along with Vengeance. Nothing special there. This is my double strike setup, 4-link. Life gain on faster attacks and multi-strike. Here's why I have my Flicker Strike. Currently I have it with Melee, Splash, Multi-Strike, and Fortify. When I go 5-link, it gets melee physical damage. When it goes 6-link, I add Endurance Charge on melee stun. And then I set up a cast when damage taken for Immortal Call. Up here I have Leap Slam, And Fall Lightning Strike, I have Blood Rage with increased duration, which the increased duration is also affecting the Fall Lightning Strike, I believe. Yeah, since it does have a base duration there. But, you know, it doesn't really affect the Leap Slam, it's just there, decided to put it somewhere. And yeah, otherwise I've got, I'm using 2 Elrion jewelry pieces right here, which is another part of what's helping my mana sustain. Between that and yeah, the mana reduction I have in the tree, I've got these down pretty cheap. It does jump up a bit more when I go 5 link, and 6 link will be pretty expensive, but I can still sustain that. I've already kind of tested it, more or less. I tossed a bunch of really expensive supports in there, you know, to roughly make up the difference. But yeah, so that's my gear. It's not the best of gear right now. I'm still leveling, you know, I like to make that and stuff, you know. But anyway, let's get into the action. I'm going to go to good old classic docks. I'll show you how it works, and then I'll talk about some of the bugs I've experienced, possible causes for them, which, you know, whatever, and, because a lot of them, it's not really too repeatable. Let me just get this loaded in. My latency's jumped up for some odd reason. I'm using Deterministic Lockstep here. Okay, calm down. Move around a bunch, let it, well, catch up. Part of this is probably because I'm recording. Okay, there we go. Should be stable enough now. Okay, there we go. First issue, getting the ball rolling. Flicker Strike, in order to keep it going, you need Frenzy Charges, so you need to start off with a couple.
Practice makes perfect.
So that's why I usually double strike or I'll leap slap into a smaller pack. I'm not leveling that. I could, but I really don't want to because it's some issues with my skill tree. Yeah.
I can't do this just yet.
Oops, I forgot to. I keep doing that, especially when trying to commentate. Yeah, another issue, Flicker Strike, you have to have Blood Rage going. Which is, you know, of course requires, I battle the degeneration by regeneration. And yeah. But I just gotta remember to keep activating it if I let it die. Now, let's see, this is a pretty good example of things that go on. My charges are, they hit 0 there for a second, then I killed some things. Okay. 5 charges is about the minimum, that's kind of safe in my opinion. Which is why I took Creighton for Merciless Reward, and I have that one extra one from the tree. I'm gonna go back to the tree for a quick second after I kill this fool. Yeah, I am currently using the brute force solution for these int nodes right here to make them into, or to make these strength nodes into int nodes. The only reason I need these is for Herald of Thunder. I was actually trying to do a curse on hit crit version of this for Poacher's Mark, but found that the crit I could grab from the Duelist area wasn't enough to reliably proc it, so I scrapped that idea. And I still had Herald of Thunder, which does get a chunk of added damage to my general attacks, but, you know, it's the only thing I have now that requires a lot of int. There we go. A little bit hairy sometimes trying to get the ball rolling. Okay. Now that's another thing, one of the bugs I have been experiencing is that I will flicker into a pack and stop flickering. Now, ways that things that can cause that is running out of mana and running out of endurance or frenzy charges. But sometimes it happens when I have mana and I have frenzy charges, so it shouldn't happen. And even worse is sometimes when it happens, I have frenzy charges, I have mana, I should be able to. I click the button repeatedly even, and it doesn't happen. I stand there getting hit. I have to actually either move or attack something for it to get going again.
I can't do this just yet.
There you go. Let's see if I can get that to proc. Watch my charges and my mana. Like I said, I shouldn't have any mana issues, and charges are currently around 4 to 5. So I'm just holding the button down at this point. And okay, so that's pretty, worked pretty well. Another issue with Flicker Strike is long chains and low line of sight issues like that. But that's expected, understood. Okay, don't worry about that. But yeah, long chains, you'll go along the entire chain and run out of frenzy charges and be at somewhere in a chain of packs and not be able to keep going and have to attack manually, which can lead to taking lots of damage or using another attack mode, whatever. Usually a good escape from that is Leap Slam or whatever. Ooh, ball orb. Yay, ball orb. Okay. Let's go ahead and enter here. Lots of chaining can happen here. Recommendation would be actually to lower the range of Flicker Strike to demote some of that chaining through packs and allow your Flicker Strikes to focus on packs better. That would be a nice, in my opinion, quality of life improvement. You know. So that way you don't chain across an entire map and end up in the middle of a pack of a bunch of mobs who will be surrounding you and kill you. See, this right here is one of the situations where it gets a little tough. There's a bunch of blue mobs, and there is a really strong mob amongst them. I definitely can't Flicker Strike him, but I can like lure him away. And oh, darn it! The bleed. I ran out of my bleed flask. But yeah, it's one little situation though where, because the Flicker Strike would not have been enough, I would need at least 2 charges to take that pack down of blues. Let's go ahead and get my buffs going. But yeah, little zooms like this pose a problem at the end there. If I didn't have the Flicker Strikes or the Frenzy charges going in, then it becomes an issue. Actually, I probably should just let that die and deal with the boss separately, and then deal with the blues. That way I get my 7 to 8% health regeneration to help me deal with them. Counteract some of that bleed damage. There we go. And now I can turn that on and finish that guy off. Kill this guy and finish off the rest of the pack. Except that I chained a long ways there. Spread out packs hurt like that. Yeah. But that's okay, I have the double strike set up pretty well.
I believe in traveling light.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Otherwise, on the plus side, at least while I'm not recording, my latency stays around the 30 to 40 range. it's been working out pretty well as far as Deterministic Lockstep goes with Flicker Strike. I can Flicker Strike around corners, through doorways,
At
all
your
that fun
service.
stuff. I don't have to worry about rubber banding. Now that being said, I have experienced rubber banding and some weird occurrences of it. Um, just as an example, actually I don't really need that. Let's just get rid of it. Yeah, I would have kept that to try and trade, but the reset's happening soon, so yeah. Reset's happening in a couple of days. So yeah. But no, running out of frenzy charges, moving to another attack, then suddenly flickering around still the targets and not actually attacking with the flicker strike, but you kind of like flicker around still. So it's like that's happened to me. So it's like, I'll flicker, I'll run out of charges, I'll move a little bit to get ready to do with my double strike against the mobs, and I suddenly start flickering around a bit more. So there's that. That's another bug that happens aside from the one where you flicker into a pack and stop moving, and I can no longer flicker. Can't jump that. Oh yeah, that's right. They did shorten the range of that. Okay, let's just go around the long way then. So yeah, personally I like Flicker Strike. It's kind of fun just to go all over the map and stuff like that. Too much though, like I said, with the traveling, chaining from pack to pack is kind of annoying, especially when it makes you run out of the frenzy charges. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to town and start this over again, just to see if I can't still trigger some of the bugs I've mentioned. It takes a lot of chaining for that to happen though. Let me try dragging some packs together.
I can't do this just yet.
There we go. Make it a little hairy. Now right there, I stopped flickering. I still had charges, still had mana, but clicking the button worked that time. But I mean, they were right next to me, so it should have been a line of sight issue. But like I said, sometimes even clicking the button for Flicker Strike again, you still stand there. You have to actually move or do another attack before you can flicker again. But you do experience sometimes when you just stop and it's like line of sight. So I'm thinking maybe it's a bug with that somehow, a line of sight bug or something. I don't know. Or you have to like do something to reestablish your line of sight, even though you're standing right there next to them, and they can attack you. Maybe it's still updating your position through the lockstep or something. The most likely things I'm kind of trying to guess there for. And I'm doing this with a latency of 60, but it does happen with a latency of 30 to 40, which is like really good. I mean, even 60 is not bad. Also, that little issue where I can't pick items up until like a couple seconds after I go to mouse over them, the spacebar. I press the hotkey for highlighting, and it doesn't actually highlight them. There we go. Okay, don't need that, don't need that. Don't really care about the Scroll of Wisdom. Okay. Ah, that's another issue with Flicker Strike. You have to watch out for these guys. Draw them out. Try to... No! Ah! Darn it. Too much. Okay, let me activate my Heralds. I don't feel like running back over to those guys. So yeah, real fast things to really watch out for currently with Flicker Strike is starting off in a blue pack. That's kind of hairy. Especially if the blue pack is armored with extra health, in which case you got to try and separate them and take them down with double strike or some other attack. Running into a big pack of armored extra health mobs, you can potentially run out of Flicker Strike or run out of frenzy charges there. Invincible packs, because you have to try and draw away and kill the mob or totem, granting them that buff. And really long chains that you just kind of go across the map and run out of frenzy charges there. Those are some issues. But that's like kind of normal stuff. The bugs I've noticed: flicker striking into some mobs, stopping while having frenzy charges and mana. The same as if, being out of line of sight, which goes back to list A, being out of line of sight just around the corner. But, like right next to them, you should be able to flicker strike them. You even click the button. Sometimes it works, and sometimes click the button still won't work. You have to actually either move a little bit or attack with another ability to, I guess, I'm thinking reestablish some line of sight through mechanics or update this system, with the lockstep, whatever, to be able to flicker strike again. There is the flicker striking after running out of charges, but not doing any damage, not even doing the animation. You just kind of teleport around the map randomly a little bit. I've teleported around even over mobs that are already dead, so I don't know what's up with that. But it's like you run out of frenzy charges. You even let go of the button. You start moving to attack another pack with so you can build more frenzy charges, and suddenly teleport all over the place. It's not actually it's not rubber banding. It's not the usual rubber band thing. You're actually doing the little like the particle effect for the flicker strike triggers. And yeah, I'm gonna start a new one of this for demonstration purposes. Yeah, that little zippy thing, the particle effect of the flicker strike. You'll actually still see that with this bug. So it's not rubber banding where you're just kind of going back and forth with it, because when you rubber banded, it just you were there, and whatever. You just teleport randomly. There's no animation. There's no particle effect. But with this, you get that streaking particle effect from as if you're flicker striking, but you'll flicker strike in random places on mob packs that are already dead, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, weird bug there. Let's see, what else am I forgetting any bugs here? No. Let's see if I can actually trigger one of these. These guys are pretty well spread out. Ah, it's a pretty good pack. Okay. There we go. Watching my mana. I shouldn't run out of mana, so let's watch the charges. No, they all died. Oh yeah, that's another thing to watch out for while using Flicker Strike in general is actually targeting a mob. Because you'll Flicker Strike away, like out of range of that mob, and then stop Flicker Striking and run towards them, which leaves you vulnerable to attack. But that's part of Flicker Strike. That's because you've targeted a mob, so you want to focus them. So it's usually best not to target anything, which means you're going to random targets. And yeah. Okay. So, okay, there we go. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be including some of this information in the post when I post it to the forums, which will probably be where you guys see this video from. But anyway, I'll be coming up with more builds for the future and featuring Path of Exile builds on my channel. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing for the next reset. I'm thinking I might do something with wands. I might go ranged, do a ranger or shadow ranged build. Uh, so yeah, I'm trying to think about what else I can test here. That usually causes some issues. Um, but yeah, if you guys want to see any suggestions, I mean, you can post them in the comments and stuff like that. And, you know, try a couple of odd builds. I like doing odd builds actually. It's kind of what I like to do. But I definitely want to try things that push the envelope as far as trying to find out last little bits of bugs before before the patch goes live or the expansion. But yeah. But anyway, folks, yeah, if you liked the video, go ahead and like, subscribe if you haven't already. I feature League of Legends videos, a little bit of Minecraft here and there, and I'll be doing Path of Exile videos. And I'll see you guys next time.